Hello everybody and welcome to this replay. This is Chronic bringing you game 5 between Classic and SoO. This is the round of 2 of the GSL. I'm so grateful to Blizzard that they have released this replay pack, and actually it's just a zip file, you can find it on the net, so it's very nice that you don't have to individually download them, it's just a replay pack. And I have found some very nice games in this replay pack. This is this best of 7 series, this is one of them, and hopefully you will enjoy this map on this oh man, again it's a diagonal spawn. uh this map it's been spinning around a lot. It's a really popular map. uh Honestly, I don't like it that much. It's a pretty straightforward map. I mean, you always know where your opponent will be, and that's not really a big deal. But in spite of being like a two-player map, it's not a small map at all by any means for standards. It's a very large map for 1v1. However, I've seen bigger ones and I've seen worse ones for sure. Anyway, let's just get into the game. We have a drone scout. I mean, that that tells you so much straight away. They can't be doing anything good if they're sending a drone scout this early on in the game, especially on this map. So what is he planning to do? I suppose planning to pop a very or extremely early expansion. There we go. That expo coming in at which mark will it be? At 211 mark. Wow, that's really early, and I wonder if he's planning to pop a third one as well. How will a classic react to this? That is what I wonder. There are certain avenues that have opened up for him now that expansion has popped up that early. That means that that Zerglings won't be coming in for a very long time, and that the Speedlings won't be here for ages to come. Let's put it that way. First gateway is out, immediately spawning, immediately queuing up that zealot, but canceling the zealot and popping an expansion instead. Okay, so he's not gonna opt to exploit this in a sense that he will be aggressive in attack, but he wants to expand himself at a 3-minute mark, placing a Protoss Expo here. Perhaps a Forge build would be more favorable here in this situation. I don't know, I've just seen a few Forge builds lately and they seem to have worked out quite well. I'll just call them Forge builds because you build a Forge here and then you build a wall off with that, and it's a really early Protoss Expo. That works quite well. Oh man, taking up this gas. This is this is just insult. This is just insult to the face. I mean, this is so damn annoying. That zealot will make quick work of it, but it will take a while. Oh well, not that big of a deal, but certainly it is a delay in terms of gas mining. And since he has seen now that there's a really early expo here, he might opt to actually be extremely greedy and go for the third one, risk it all. Will he actually do that? I am uncertain. He's still not making Zerglings, he's just popping the drones. It's 20 to 23. This is not, I mean, Protoss should be a bit more ahead, I think, in terms of harvesters, but not in this game. In the late game, of course, that ratio changes in the favor of the Zerg, but in this particular matchup, he seems to be matching him in this early game, primarily because he placed such an early expo here, and now he is, oh shit, he plans to do a third at a 5-minute mark. Oh, he's actually expanding like crazy. Oh well, that's gonna serve him well if he can get away with it. However, if I mean, looking at the base of Classic, he might take an advantage of it. He might try some aggression. I don't know. There's those warp gates. When they finish, if he has enough gates that can be supported off 2 bases, he will certainly be able to do stuff. And considering the fact that he's just popping drones like mad, he will have a bit of an army deficit when that engagement comes. But if it comes a bit too late, Classic is going to be screwed in one portion of the game anyway. It does not mean by a long shot that he will lose the game or anything of a kind. Mothership core is here. Does not have enough energy to do anything pretty much, but that's normal for this stage of the game. Those gateways coming in. How far is that warp gate upgrade? Not very far from completion. Forge coming in as well, so we're going to see some fairly early upgrades, I'm guessing, in the games that have happened before this one. Well, not just in this series, but in general during my cast, I've seen Protoss when they play versus Zerg, they just go for that attack upgrade, getting very fast +3 attack upgrade, massing up Blink Stalkers and wreaking havoc on the Zerg bases and the Zerg units in general, scoring some good wins in the fights with such a playstyle. Overlord being tickled to death, but it's no longer tickling since it's two sentries here that are screwing it up, and it will go down, but not before it gets a very large amount of scouting information. Excellent, excellent. Now we have 3 gateways here, and what is our Zerg player doing? He is trying to pop that gas as much as he can. Like every base has one gas, the second one is coming here, and one here as well. So he has a precisely known sum of how much he wants to mine in a given period of time. Very calculated play here. Coming in with the gas here as well, so increasing that gas production, that will come very useful. But can he hold? He still has no units at an 8-minute mark. As opposed, does he? 3 Zerglings doesn't really count as units, as opposed to 2 Zealots, 8 Sentries, and a Mothership Core. Third expansion coming in for a Protoss player, and I'm sure that he could at least try to utilize this basically SoO's game plan. We could pressure him or something like that, just pressure him into making units and not allow him to make so many drones unimpeded. And Hydralisk then coming in before the Roach Warren, actually at the same time they're building that. He's gonna have, that's like the composition that Zerg players go for these days, Roach, Hydra, and I can't say that I blame them. It works marvelously. Spine crawlers being placed here for extra defenses. Was that queued up? I saw council. Yep, there is this Twilight Council, so we're gonna see some very nice Blink Stalkers very soon, but there's only like 3 of them in the field. And what is the status at his gateways? He has 3 gateways and 3 warp gates at the moment, which is not where you want to be. I mean, you want to have more than 3, definitely. More than 3 is en route, as he is popping them. He's popping 3 more. But yeah, he's gonna need way more if he wants to score a win in this game. It certainly will have enough to put some pressure on, and will he actually choose to do that or not? That yet remains to be seen. I don't think he can anymore, because those Hydralisks are now in the field and they do a shitload of damage. Warping in those Stalkers, they need that blink, and they need it so damn badly. It is being upgraded as we speak. It is halfway through. It was even chrono boosted. Does he have any more energy left for a chrono boost? Yes, he does. He should really continue, not allow that energy to stack up. That's a show of bad micro games, but I mean, not that. I mean, it's not that significant. I mean, it's not like he's stacking up 10 chrono boosts or something like that. He's missing maybe 1, which is nothing. And here we go. Zergling's trying to batter down these rocks. Doesn't look like he's going to be very successful with it, as he was spotted in time. But there's a run by happening here. Fortunately enough, this base is rather well built. There was a small opening here which could have been utilized. Now there's just one opening that can be passed through, and you don't want to find yourself stuck in that base, losing your entire force for practically nothing. I mean, it's doubtful that you'll be able to take down the Nexus, as you won't probably be able to run your whole army through. The Sentry will come with something of a kind, will prevent that run-by from occurring. A good amount of Stalkers, actually, almost a full control group. The army supply is even 133 to 133. And here we go, catching these Hydras in retreat and doing some serious damage, blinking just a few Stalkers ahead and then following with the rest. He does not want to find himself trapped, and this army could have been bottled up there. Really, it would have been really bad, but fortunately he spots it in time and retreats. Spine crawlers coming in here. Holy shit, the fort base being taken, if I'm not mistaken. And so it's just on a roll this game with these bases. I mean, he's expanding really fast. Classic not really pressuring him that hard, only just now is he coming in with Stalkers. Unfortunately, he has enough sentries to mess around with the Zerglings that are popping. But what will he do with these Hydras? I mean, he needs Colossi, but they're on the way. It's gonna be a while. I mean, chrono boost and all that takes a significant amount of time. Level 3 weapons upgrade on en route. Very significant here. Very fast upgrades for him. And he has a chance of sniping this hatchery. Yes, he will make it if he actually focuses it. apparently, yeah, just now, focusing it just now, and the hatchery did go down. The fifth base terminated, but guess what? He has a reserve in the back that is mining happily away, not fully saturated. Let's see the harvester count, 71 to 69. Probably could use an extra 4 or something like that, and then you would be maxed out in terms of harvesters. You would be there at the optimal number. I think it's an optimal number anyway. Many have argued that it was. Maybe things have changed. I don't know if they have. Feel free to leave it in the comments or something of a kind. I'll be happy to read it through. Anyway, this Protoss Stalker Ball, I would call it, is getting bigger and bigger by the moment. I mean, it's just warping them in like mad, but I'm afraid that without a significant Colossi support, those Stalkers will not fare all too well versus these Hydras, and he's off to destroy a non-existent base, but he has a good composition now. Muta's Hydras, I would argue that he's missing some roaches or something of a kind to provide some meat in that army, but apparently he has judged it otherwise. If only he knew as soon as he figures out the position, he's gonna either move in or go back to defend. He's opting to actually go back and defend. Maybe he could have like kept on pushing. I don't know. There was a possible snipe on this one. But 3 spine crawlers. I mean, still, it wouldn't be. Oh shit! There's a drone massacre here. These zealots coming in, and there are soon to be 3. I mean, level 3 weapons upgrade. So unfortunately, they don't have that right now. That would have been so useful for them, but they did manage to score a good amount of kills. But now he has stalkers in the main base to worry about, and sorry, not stalkers, but mutas in the main base to worry about. And that's a big problem for him here. But the stalkers are making quick work of them, while the other group of stalkers is actually engaging these hydras. And I do believe that it is due to their numbers, plus blink, and plus that those weapons upgrades that he can deal with these hydras so well. Otherwise, they would have been countering them. And Zealots, these Zealot charges are relentless. He's just coming in them non-stop, taking down these Pine Crawlers. One was standing idle for a while, Transfuse going there, but how much Transfuse you got left in you? This Queen is up next, so no more, but Muta's coming in here to defend. Will he manage to take it down? Yes, he does. In the last possible moment, that Queen goes down. So good trade there, but now the main force is pushing out. There are no Corruptors in the field, none that I can see anyway to counter those colossi, but there are mutas and they themselves can do significant damage, especially since you have only one colossus linking in with these level 3 attack upgraded stalkers, and they just snipe yet another hatchery. These hatchery snipes are hurting him pretty bad, but he's managing to recover from these losses rather well, as he has enough expansions, he has enough mining, and I wonder, I mean, you should really opt to snipe this one as well, since you went so deep down to snipe these. I mean, this one is so vulnerable, you might as well just go for it. He's retreating with some stalkers towards the base, but leaving a very small portion of his army to actually do a snipe here. No Zerglings in the base to actually do a quick defense here. And here we go, there's a hatchery snipe coming in. Shitload of mutas coming in here. These stalkers have no chance, they will go down. All of them apparently not, because the bulk of the army is here, and now these mutas are in shitload of troubles, primarily because those blings. Excellent Templar archives coming in. We're gonna see some nice storms if he just manages to get that upgrade rolling. I mean, he has the resources. Do not understand the delay at all. He's almost maxed out with his army. I do believe that that is something that he's going for. 192 against 170, so he still outsupplies him. But I mean, Classic is playing this particular game, I would say, a bit better, as he's doing the snipes and the hatcheries. He's being very aggressive, and in spite of that very early expansion, it didn't seem to do him much good. And here we go, the major army blocking off those Hydralisks with force fields. That's a bit bad for him. Those mutas should really be focusing that Colossus instead of just going straight for those Stalkers. And now I do believe that they are screwed. They will not be able to fight and engage here very well unless they get reinforcements. Here we go, Archons, even Archons coming in. I mean, they're gonna be the death of those mutas if they can just get up ahead, or if these Stalkers could blink in behind them. But apparently the battle is won without the Archons. SoO deciding to actually retreat. And two changelings now following this army, tagging it. They know his exact position. That is not something you want to experience. Although the Classic's mining is severely deteriorating, he should start thinking about another base. I mean, he will just lose that resource gain, and all these victories in the field that he has scored will count for nothing. But no, he so sees the push coming, and I think this was a bit of a premature GG. I mean, supply differential wasn't that high, especially not for Zerg, since you can pop a lot of units very fast. And okay, there was no mining here. That was unfortunate. This base was mining to the fullest of extents. This one as well, although many of the mineral fields have been depleted. And I don't know why. I mean, certainly he hasn't been playing his best in this game. He has experienced some bad losses. None of the engagements went into his favor, I must say that. But still, I mean, still, he is he could have continued playing this game. He certainly could have continued fighting. In my opinion, he has given up prematurely, but oh well, that is his choice, that is his prerogative. He is the pro, and I am not. In any case, this was Chronic. If you liked or enjoyed the replay, feel free to subscribe, like, comment, etc. Above all, I value your comments, your input, criticism, etc., and so on and so forth. I bid you all farewell. Till next time.